Hello, this is Taimur Abdulaziz and this is another Oxygen Builder tutorial. At first, I would like to thank you so much for the positive comments and likes I received on my first video, whether here on YouTube or on Facebook. Believe me, this makes me so motivated to do my best and to create more content. So, without further ado, let's get started on this tutorial. So as you can see on the screen here, I have designed a project listing page on Adobe XD. So it has this title and subtitle and the project list here with the project type and the name of the project. What I want to achieve from this tutorial is to has an image reveal effect whenever I hover over this project. So if I hit play here, just to see the design, when I hover over this, I want the image, the project image to fade or to has an image reveal effect like this. So let's go to Oxygen Builder and try to build this together. So before I start designing my projects page, I've created a custom post type for my projects using the custom post type UI, and I've added a projects type taxonomy, added some content here like architecture, housing and interior. Then I added some demo projects here. Actually nothing fancy here, just a title with a text, a project type, a featured image, and that's it. This is enough for the purpose of this tutorial. So I will go to my pages. I will add new page. I will name it projects, publish. Then I will start designing my page using Oxygen Page Builder. Now before I start adding elements to the page, I have designed the projects page in Adobe XD, as you can see here, and have some information, some style information like the colors and the fonts. I've already added those colors and the fonts to Oxygen before I start recording this tutorial. So if I go to the settings here, I will go to the global styles, the colors. I've added the colors from the design file, and also I have added the fonts here, the Cinzel font and Montserrat font. So now let's start designing our page. The first thing to do here is to change the body background. So as you can see in the design here, we have a dark black background. So I have to change this background, the background of the body, and unfortunately there's no way in Oxygen Page Builder to select the base or the basic HTML element and style them. So we have to add the body as a selector. I will add a selector here for the body, and I will change the background here to the body background. Okay, we have now this dark background. Now let's add the background, and I don't know if you may have noticed that there is a lines background of the design. There's some lines here as a background. If I hit preview here, you can see that there is a lines here as a background, and it gives a very nice and cool effect to the background of the page. So of course you can add this background as an SVG image, but in this tutorial I'll show you how to make this lines background with only CSS. So we're back to our website now, and the first thing to do here is to add a div element, and this div element will be like the wrapper for the lines. I will give it a name of lines wrapper. Okay, then I want this div to be fixed, the position of this div to be fixed in the background. So I will go to the advanced, then to the layout, and I will set the position to fixed. Okay, then I will go back to the size and spacing and give it a width of 90% and a height of 100%. So as you can see now, it's 90% of the page width and 100% in the height. And I want it to be centered. So to center a fixed positioned element, you have to do two things. The first thing is to set the margin the left and right margin to auto. And the second thing, to go to the layout and set the left and right to 0. Now, as you can see, it's centered. Our fixed positioned element or div is perfectly centered. So one last thing to do here is to set the Z or the Z index to -1, to a minus value or negative value. Why? Because I want this background to be below the content. So I don't want this fixed position div or this div to interfere with the content, the page content. So we put it in a lower level by giving it a minus value to the Z index. Now let's add the lines to this wrapper. The first thing I will select it, then I will add a div element. I will give it a class of line. Then the first thing, I will give it a width of 1 pixel. Then the background color, I will give it a white, and I will reduce the transparency to a very low value, like 7 is fine, I believe. Then I will go to the size and spacing and give it a height of 100%. So as you can see here, this is the line, but why it's a bit wide while we are giving it a 1 pixel width? That's because of the developers of Oxygen Builder. They give a predefined width to any empty div, so you can select it easily in the editor. So how to overcome this? We want exactly 1 pixel here in the editor, 1 pixel of line. How to override this? I will select this empty div and add a new state here. Okay, this state will be the empty state. So when this div is empty, I want to set a minimum width of 1 pixel. So this way we have overcome the default minimum width of the empty divs in the editor. So if I hit save now, let me check now on the front end. So as you can see here, we have this line in the background. Now what to do here? Just to duplicate this line multiple times, like 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, the lines are stacked over each other. So we have to select the lines wrapper and change the layout to horizontal, and set the horizontal alignment to space between. So this way we have this lines background. I will hit save and refresh. The background now works perfectly. So that's it for the lines background. It's an amazing technique. And now what we want to do here is we don't want those lines to distract us while we are designing, so I will just hide them in the editor right now for now, just to continue designing the page. Even if I hit save now and refresh, nothing changed in the front end, just in the back end I set the lines wrapper to hidden, just to continue designing without any distraction. Now let's continue doing this. So let's back to the design. We have this page title, and we have a subtitle here, and we have the project listing. Let's start by adding a section here. Then I will add a heading. This heading will be the page title, projects. I will give it a color, the gold color. Then I will set the 290 and the font weight to 400. I will go to the typography and make it uppercase. Fine. Now I will add another text here. This is the subheading or subtitle. I will select it, set the color to white, and the font size to 22, and the font weight to something like 300 is fine. So that's it. Now to add the list of our projects, we are going to use a repeater. We are going to display the projects from our custom post type. So while selecting this section, I will add a repeater here. Then the first thing here is to tell this repeater from where to retrieve the posts. So I will go to query, then custom, then post type, then I will select the projects post type. Then I will add a margin, top margin. I will go to the advanced size and spacing, and I will add 120 pixels as a top margin. The last thing to do here is I want to work on the single mode, not the normal mode, because the normal mode will retrieve all the posts. I want to focus on only one item or one post at a time. So I will select the single mode here. Let's add items to our repeater. I will select the repeater here and I will add a div. I will give it a class of project item. Then I will set the width to 100%. The background color to the project's background. And I will give it padding of 40 pixels. Apply to all. Then I will go to the layout and make sure that the position is relative. That's it. One last thing, which is the border. We have a golden border here, so I have to add a border. I will go to the borders. I will select the left, then the golden color. We'll give it 2 pixels, a solid. That's it. So now I will add the first element inside this project item, which is the project type here. So I will select this class or this block, and I will add a text block here. Double click and I will insert data. It's taxonomy, so I will select taxonomy here. From the taxonomy list, I will select the project types, insert, done. So as you can see, it shows now the project type. I will give it a class of project type. I will set the font weight to 500, I guess. Then the letter spacing to 1 pixel, and the text transform to uppercase. That's it for the project type. Then I will select the project item again and add the project title. I will add a text block. Double click this text block and insert data, which is the post title. Insert, done. As you can see, it retrieves the post title or the project title. I will give it a class of project title. I will set the font family to the display font and the text color to white, the font size to 32, and I guess that's it. I will give it a top margin, size and spacing. I will go to the margin here and I will give it a top margin of 15 pixels. I believe that's it. I guess that's it for the title. Now I will add the image block or the image div here. So I will select the project item, then I will add the div block here. I will give it a class of project image. I will set the width of this project image to 40%. Then at first I will, before continuing styling this class, I will add the image inside here. I will add the image, add image. Then I will retrieve the image from the dynamic data, featured images, insert. So as you can see, it shows the image of the project. Now I will go back to the project image block or the class and continue styling this. I will set the position to absolute now to move it to the right. Go to the layout, to the position, select absolute. I will set the right to 50 pixels, and what to do here to make sure that this image will align vertically with this project item, with this box, with this block, regardless of its height. We want to make sure that it will be vertically aligned. I will do this trick here. I will select the image, the project image class or block. Then the first thing to do here is to set the top to 50%, which is 50% of this block. We will push it down to 50% of this block, which is the project item. Then I will move it up 50% of its height, of the image's height, of the image height. This way, we will make sure that the image will vertically aligned with this box or this image item block. Okay, so what to do here, I will change this to percent and I will push it down to 50%. 50% of this height. So as you can see, this is 50% of the height of this box. Now I will move it up 50% of the image height. How to do this? I will go back to the effects. I will go to the transform. I will add transform, translate, and I will move it up 50%. To move it up, you have to give a negative value. So by giving negative 50%, the image will move 50% of its height. So now the image will be vertically aligned with this box, which will give a very nice presentation. So now we want to add this hover effect, image reveal effect on hover. So what to do? I will hide this image. I will select the image, the project image class. Okay. Then I will go to the advanced. I will go to the effects, and I will set the opacity to 0, as you can see now. So to show this image again, what to do? I will select the project item, this the project item. Okay, and I will add a state here to target this image, this project image. Okay, so after I select the project item, I will go to the state here, add state. I will add the hover state here, hover. I will write hover, then I will add space, then dot project item. So this means when I hover the sorry, not project item, project image. So this means when I hover the project item, I want to change things in the project image class. Okay, so I will hit OK. Then what to do here now? I will go to the advanced effects, opacity, and return the opacity to 1. So as you can see, when I hover now, the project image shows here. So what to do? I will select the project image again, project image class. Then I will go to the advanced and I will add a transition. Okay, so transition of 0.4 second. Then the timing function will be ease in out. The CSS property to animate will be the opacity. Then I will add even I will add also the transform. That's it. When I hit save now, so the image reveal effect on hover like this. Let me check the front end now. When I hit refresh, so as you can see, all the projects are stacked over each other. So I have to do something here. I will go to the project item. Then I will add a bottom space of at least 30 pixels. Save. I will go back now to the front page, refresh. So as you can see, our projects are like this. Now when I hover, I believe that part of the image below is hidden below this. So how to fix this? Part of the image is below this the second project item. So how to fix this? I will go to the select the image, the project image class. Then I will go to the advanced, the layout. Then I will set the Z index to 1 just to make it an upper or layer. Okay, I will hit save. Now I will refresh. So as you can see now the full image shows like this. That's cool, but let's add more animation or more transitions here. So what to do here? I will select the project image again, and I want to move it a little bit down in the initial state or the normal state, and when I hover it moves up. Then I want to do like a zoom, like a zooming effect key, like zooming effect. So I will use the scale transform also. It's just an extra, adding an extra transitions here or transforms. So I will select the project image, the initial state of the project image. I will go to the effects here. We have the opacity now set to 0. We have the transform transition. Sorry, we have the transform. The translate Y 50%, which is perfect, but I want to push it a little bit or move it a little bit down. So I will set it 40, minus 40 instead of minus 50. I will return it, I will make it 50 when I hover. When I hover, I want it to be 50, okay? So it's minus 40 now. I will add another transform here. I will add the scale transform. And I want to squeeze it a little bit to 0.8. So in its initial state or normal state, it will be squeezed a little bit to 0.8 of its size. So this is the let's say the normal state or the initial state. Now the hover state. In the hover state, I will select this project item. Then I will go to the state we have created here. Then I will go to the advanced effects, the transform. Then I will add the first transform, which is the translate. I will return the Y translate to from 40 to from minus 40% to minus 50. Then I will add another transform, which is the scale here. I will return the scale to 1. Okay, so I will hit save, refresh. So as you can see, we have now this like a zoom effect, zoom out effect. This is really cool. So we have created our projects page with an image reveal on hover effect. One last thing to do, I will move this project on hover. Let's add more animation. Let's spice this example more. I will select this project title here. This is the initial state of the project title. I will okay, I will keep it like this, but I will select the project item and I will add another state here, add state, and on hover I want to target the project title. Then I want to add, let's add a padding here, a padding of 20 pixels to the project title, yes, on hover, save. So as you can see, on hover it moves, but we have to add transition to the class project title. So I will go to the advanced effects, transitions, then I will add transition of 0.4 with our ease in out. We have animated the padding, so I will just write padding here. That's it. Save, refresh. So this is our projects page. So as you can see, the title is moving with the image. Like this. You can play with the transform properties and you add more transitions. You can add a shadow on hover. So as you can see in this example, we have created we have retrieved the projects by using the repeater element of oxygen, and we have created this image reveal effect. I hope you guys like this tutorial, and please, if you do like this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe, and give me your comments, your questions. I will be so happy to answer your questions, and see you in the next video. Thank you.